Hi, it's Stephanie with Savoir Faire, and I am beyond excited to announce the launch of the 40 Drinks podcast. After many months of planning and development, it is now available for streaming or download on all the major podcast platforms, which is both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. The 40 Drinks project was a personal project I embarked upon to celebrate my 40th birthday, where I had 40 drinks with 40 people in 40 different places, and each drink had some thematic connection to the person I was having a drink with or our relationship. So here's an example. My younger brother's best friend basically grew up at our house, and I didn't know until I was in my late 20s, but apparently he had a huge crush on me when he was a kid. So our drink was a great crush. My cousin Katie and I had a drink called the Fudgicle because when we were growing up over at my grandparents' house, there was a secondary refrigerator in the laundry room. And if you went into the freezer in that refrigerator, you could always find a Fudgicle. So that felt like a great drink for us to celebrate our lifelong friendship. And yes, each one was a drink, but more importantly, it was a visit and a conversation with someone who knew me either at one point in my life or for most of my life. I reached out to people from grammar school and high school and college, at least one old boyfriend, and different jobs through the years. Some of the people I had drinks with I hadn't seen in 10 or 15 years. It turned out to be a real this is your life kind of exercise. Naturally, these visits turned to reminiscing about when we met or when we were close. And what happened was these people started reflecting back to me what they knew about me, stories they remembered or things I had done, some of which I didn't even remember. And while I listened to these stories or reflected on the visits later, I learned or relearned things about myself. These revelations started to shift how I looked at myself and how I thought of myself. And well, then my life started to change. So something that started out as simply an outlandish way to celebrate my birthday ended up changing my life dramatically. Now that was a while ago. And ever since, I've been really captivated by the big 4-0 and how other people handle this milestone and the inevitable onset of midlife. While the 40 Drinks project was about me and my journey, the 40 Drinks podcast will indulge my curiosity around the transitions and larger life changes that almost all of us face at some point between 35 and 45. The years surrounding 40 can be a doozy, whether you're wrestling with a newfound search for meaning, accepting your mortality, or shedding all those things you did and choices you made because someone else told you you should. In the years around 40, we start redefining success for ourselves, reinventing who we are and what we want out of life. We become more confident in our own authority and expertise, and life adjusts accordingly. So guests on the podcast will share their 40 stories. I hope you'll join me on this endeavor. Find the 40 Drinks podcast on Google, Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. Give it a listen and let me know what you think.